Americans are about 13 to 14% of the population.
Yes,
about half of all prisoners are black.
Exactly.
So blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders, they commit more arsons, they commit more kidnappings. For example, blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders. That's not a war on drugs, that's a culture problem.
That's a crazy... I'm not even going to talk about the over-policing of black neighborhood.
Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Kiam. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Kodash. All praises and glory is due. And this is going to be a response to one of the videos that the brother Yashaya from the GMS South Beach, Florida posted. And it's going into the recent Jubilee video that was done by Charlie Kirk. Now, if you know who that is, that's the CEO slash founder of Turning Point USA. One of these right-wing, quote-unquote, conservative news media networks, okay? And basically, you already know what these guys do. They are out there with Candace and you're just, going around spewing Edomite narrative, jumping on Jake, talking about some make America great again, So it's all some good old boys, right? Some low down, classical Edomite types, Edomite Americans that are involved with that organization. And I think it was okay. Candace Owen was with the Daily Wire. I don't know whether the Daily Wire and Turning Point US. I think that they are one and they are connected together or so. Maybe even backed by the same, the same media group, because you know how a lot of these organizations are. They are usually backed by and invested on by the same group of people, a la BlackRock and the like, right? You know how it be, you have a group, right? A conglomerate, which is basically just all these holding companies that is a majority shareholder for multiple organizations and multiple businesses. And through that method, you gain ownership of these companies, right? With a majority share in them. That's some deep Edomite, business strategies right there. But the point isn't in who he is or what he stands for, rather what he said in this small clip. Because what actually happened was, and let's just go to the actual video and get some context about it, because you have this whole thing with this with these guys, right, from Turning Point USC and the like, where they go around debating. And this is another thing that, this is really where the debate demon originated from, right? It was from these conservative right-wing media personalities, Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, and what's the name of this guy? Crowder. I've forgotten his first name, but Crowder, and even Turning Point USA and Candace Owens, right? And I went to say Charlie Kirk. This is where the whole debate demon really came from. That's why you are seeing everybody now wanting to do a debate. Everybody now wanted to, put the camera in front of them and go, rounds of debate with other people with cameras, right? That's why you see everybody doing this whole thing where they are posting stats and talking about cite your sources and so on and so forth. It all originated with these guys, because if you remember back in 2017ish, 2015ish, when Ben Shapiro and them were just starting out, right? You'd see Ben Shapiro come out and Ben Shapiro versus owns woke libs, right? And it would usually be all these college students that he would always debate against, and they would be debating all these right-wing ideologies, right? Abortion, feminism, so on and so forth, okay? And that's the same thing that this Charlie Kirk did here. So you see Charlie Kirk versus 25 woke students, right? And that's where that's where the video that the brother was responding to originated from. And I was seeing clips here and there of him, of them going into it and how, Charlie Kirk got owned, Charlie Kirk owned this person. And that's just how this whole debate thing goes. It just shows you that at the end of the day, man, this whole debate thing is just, a circle jerk, okay? And what that means is that it's ultimately meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't amount to anything, okay? It's just a waste of time. It's just, a way for you can go to the comments and see how it is. Just wait for a lot of these people that are in the world to feel superior by thinking that, oh, if I was there, this is what I would have said. Oh, you got owned by this my guy. No, my guy owned your own guy. That kind of thing, right? But the thing that really made me want to respond to this video is because I just want to kill this narrative that's out here that Jake, right, which is the so-called Negro, the Southern Kingdom, they're just out here committing, even though they are 13% of the population, they are committing 50% of the violent crimes because this stat has been used and a lot by people on the conservative side to try to say that, oh well, Jakes, right, the so-called Negro, is the biggest criminal out here in Babylon the Great. That they're just wicked as hell, just running around committing crimes left and right. And let me say this, okay? The men of the Lord will 100% jump on a nigger, right? No mercy out here for the wicked, I want 100% be the first person to put out a video, cursing out a nigger and talking about the wickedness of our people. But when you see the brothers, the apostles, and the elders on down do that, that's coming from a place of righteousness, a place of love for our people, right? And a place of love from the law of the Most High, Yahweh Sham Yoshai. We get on Jake because Jake is going off. Jake is being wicked. They are doing something that is wrong, evil, okay? While these guys instead are just doing it because they are Edomites, right? So they are calling out the wickedness of our people from the left hand side because they are Edomites. That's why they are doing it. Basically, the ideology is this: that woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, so that he can see his nakedness. Let me get that precept. And that's basically what Esau Edom is doing. So this is the book of Habakkuk 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness. That's exactly what Esau Edom is trying to do, because the reason why they're using this stats, oh well, the so-called Negro, of course, to say black people, are 13 to 14% of the population, but still commit 50% of the violent crimes, or 50% of the crimes, or 50% of the prison population, right? The reason why they are saying all that isn't because they are concerned for our people or trying to expose the criminality or the culture of criminality or how black culture has negatively affected our people. It's not because of that, okay? They're just trying to Esau is just being a demon, and he's trying to push this narrative that Jake is just wicked and demonic and commits crimes left and right, okay? And like I said, right, hey, niggas are out here, right? Jake is out here being wicked 100%, okay? But let's be honest about it, At the end of the day, the biggest criminal is still Esau Edom. And the ones that commit the most crimes at the end of the day is still Esau Edom. And right here, I have the actual, source that they use for these quote unquote crime statistics, okay, which is the FBI. That's where they really get all this information from. It's the FBI that's posted it. That basically what's happened is that the FBI will collate, they will gather the statistics from all the various police precincts that are in Babylon the Great, right? They will gather the arrest records, because it's not a matter of Jake committing crimes, okay, but rather it's a matter of Jake getting arrested for said crimes. So before I do that, I want to get this in the book of Psalms 94th chapter, all right, before I go into this. Because I always usually hear this excuse now. I always usually hear that argument, and I'm like, but that just isn't true, because Jake isn't committing 50% of all crimes in Babylon the Great, okay? And Jake isn't committing 50% of all violent crimes in Babylon the Great. That's not what that is. Psalm 94 verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. Right. And this isn't me saying that, oh, well, Jake is completely innocent of the things that they do. But what I'm saying is that Esau is a liar. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. These freaky ass Edomites always coming out here and making all manner of lies. And the truth of the matter is that the so-called Negro is not committing 50% of any violent, any crimes, violent or not, and is getting, but of course, Jake is getting arrested for that. Okay, and I used to have the stats, the actual stat that showed that that our people were being disproportionately arrested for crimes, whether they commit them or not, because these crime statistics, okay, and you see it right here, 2009 crime in the United States, and these statistics are based on arrests, not on whether you commit it, not on whether you are guilty, not on whether you are persecuted, but simply arrests. And of course, we get that. And you can see at the heading, total arrests, total arrests. You can see at the top of the table, because that's what this table is. And this table is table 43A, 2019, race and ethnicity. And the reason why I'm using 2019 is because that was when this narrative was began to be pushed, okay? From that 2019 period onwards, oh well, the so-called Negro, the so-called black people are 13% of the population, but they commit 50% of the violent crimes, right? Well, that's not the actual stats, and this is the stat that they use because anytime you ask them, they know that they will tell you the same thing that, oh well, it's an FBI stat, you can look it up. Well, the FBI's are basing their stats not on actually committing crimes, but rather on arrests for those crimes, and you can see now where the issue comes in. And I'll play this video for you so you can understand what I'm talking about. So actually, I want to go and click on a different video. But let me play this for you.
Culture problem.
That's a crazy. I'm not even going to talk about the over policing of black neighborhoods, right? Because it's not that black people commit more crimes. It's that we're not driving through rich neighborhoods looking for criminals. Okay? Try this. I want you to play a game of Monopoly with some
And
homies.
that's where to stop, because first and foremost, you already know that Esau, is putting that hammer down on Jake, man. Consider the about it's a story, hey man, look, I'm over here all the way in Nigeria, and even I know how deep this stuff goes, how the police treat Jake over there in Babylon the Great. The things that Esau has done to our people in Babylon the Great, and it's crazy, man. It gets what and that is just the tip of the iceberg usually. Okay, when it because it gets deep, it's deeper than just, oh well, the police are always arresting Negroes the most, right? The police are always patrolling the ghettos and the neighborhoods, the hoods and the hoods the most. It's deeper than that. We also we haven't even gotten to the part where Jake's being falsely accused and arrested for various crimes. Then eventually you now find out that, oh well, he didn't actually do the crime. But just because the police had a quota for arrests, right? Or he fit the description, right? You see that they'll Jake commit a crime in one area, and then they now arrest another Jake that was in a completely different state, completely, right, unconnected to the actual crime. Or you hear about some Edomites that will just frame Jake and say, oh well, a nigga did it, right? And then the police now go and jump out the window and go and arrest the Jake for no random reason. Or you're just walking down the street, man, and the police just arrest you for no reason, just because you're Jake walking down the street, right? These are different factors going into the reason why Jakes are predominantly the ones getting arrested by Esau Edom. And then you even go into the fact that this same FBI that created this crime statistic, and if you look at the actual statistics here, right, you won't see them talking about, like I'm saying, you won't see them talk about, if you look at the actual crime statistics, you won't see that, oh well, the majority of people committing crimes are, all right, black. Okay, because what you see is that actually the majority of people committing crimes are actually white. So this is the percentage distribution of arrests based on crimes, and this is not just any crime. I believe this should be violent crimes, right? Or this isn't violent crimes. So that's why the issue is coming from. This isn't violent crimes, because when it comes to normal crimes, right, Esau gets arrested more than Jakes all the time. So what I should actually be looking for is violent crimes, because that's actually the actual stats, right? And basically the violent crime is, grape, right? I had to use the term G rape. That's basically, like I was saying, the term is the right. So basically, it's G rape, okay, murder, armed robbery, kidnapping, so on and so forth. So let me see if I can find the one for violent crimes. Let's see, arrest no under 18, arrest 18 and over. That's not what I'm looking for. And I can't really find the one for violent crimes. I'm just going. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. So violent crime, and it should be table 43. C. I'm not really going to find it. What basically I wanted to show you is that, well, yeah, it's based on arrests. Okay, I don't know where I had the actual table, but I don't remember where I kept it. I don't remember where I stored it. So now I don't have it anymore. And it was hell to find that thing, and it was difficult to find. But like, what back to what I was saying, right? So it's the FBI that collected all these stats and actually did all the calculations that was necessary. But the funny thing is that this is just how to show you just how disingenuous that these Edomites are, because I do believe that Charlie Kirk and a lot of the guys that are on these turning points, Daily Wire, PragerU, right? All these conservative right wing Edomites, right? I do believe that they are Edomites. So Charlie Kirk, Crowder, Ben Shapiro, so on and so forth. And this is to show you how disingenuous they are. Because the FBI did release another stats, and it's based off of race again. And basically it was the stats for exonerations for crimes based on race, right? And you find out that that same stat, even though is 50% for Jake, specifically the Southern Kingdom, that Jake 50% of the time are being released from prison or exonerated of crimes because they find out that they were actually innocent. And you can actually look this up. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. And you see what I'm talking about. FBI stats. Let me see. I don't really know how to say it. I'm just going to exoner. Yeah, it is exoneration by race. Okay, race and wrongful conviction, and I can't find. So let me see. And it's usually going to, yeah. I couldn't find the actual FBI table for that because most of what I saw were just the other sites quoting the same thing. Okay, so let's see if I can find this. So because it's not going to, I don't want to read too much into it. Okay, just to get the main point. So this is it right here. And it's in the introduction part one. Hold on. So you see right here. Black people are so-called black people are 13.6% of the American population, but 53% of the 3,200 exonerations listed in the National Registry of Exonerations. Judging from exonerations, innocent black Americans are 7 times more likely than white Americans to be falsely convicted of serious crimes. So basically, what this is saying is that this isn't just, exonerations based on 1 year, but life exonerations based on ever since the statistics were being calculated. And this shows you that more times than not, it is Jake, okay, the so-called Negro that is being framed, right, and put in prison and arrested for crimes that they did not commit. So yes, even though you say so-called black people are 13% of the population, but account for 50% of the crimes or violent crimes or people in prison or arrests or whatever. You also have to say as well that even though so-called black people, right, the Southern Kingdom are 13% of the population, they make up 50% of those that have been falsely accused or straight up exonerated from prison due to being innocent of the crimes that they were arrested and thrown in prison for. So that's just the truth about behind this, and they call it the crime statistic that these conservative types like to push. And what this shows you is that Esau Edom is a liar. So let's get that this precept. As it is written, the wicked are estranged from the womb. Psalms 58 verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That's exactly what Esau Edom has done. And he'll speak lies against our people because you think Charlie Kirk doesn't know about this. You think he doesn't understand the racial dynamics that exist in Babylon the Great. Of course he does. But that's why I say that even though we might have some agreements with these conservative types, here's the issue, man. When the men of the Lord are talking about the things that we talk about, we actually mean what we say, okay? And we say that, this kingdom is a wicked ass kingdom, that the people that are in this kingdom, especially you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you should repent and turn back to the Most High, Yahweh Sham Yahushai. We actually mean that, and we believe that, and we know that that is the only solution for our people. And we say return to the Most High, we mean that, okay? But these people that are in this world, conservative, right wing Edomites, when they say anything they say, they don't mean what they say. They don't believe in what they say. They rather do it just to grow wealth for themselves. It's all about money. It's all about being wicked. It's all about being a demon, right? They talk about Jakes committing crimes and Jakes being wicked because they are demons, and they hate our people because of that hatred that they have for you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That's how they were saying that the Haitians were eating cats and dogs and cutting off the heads of geese and eating them, in Springfield, Ohio, I believe. And a lot of people believe that because why would the mainstream media just come out and lie about something like that? Well, that's the thing. They are finally realizing that the devil is a liar. Devil is a liar. Devil is a liar. That's what we are finally realizing, man. And you can't trust the narrative that Esau Edom is pushing out into the world anymore. And now that this is being exposed, you begin to wonder what else have these devils been lying about, right? But hey, our people are stupid, so Jake's man will never go that far, and they'll never actually do a real investigation into the deceits of Esau Edom. Okay. So yeah, let me end the video right there. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Basham Yawashai, Basham Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.